for this model number of LG 32-inch TV, opening the back panel is also difficult. Opening the back panel is slightly difficult. Okay, so first you have to open these 6 screws, three big ones and 3 small ones. Okay, 3 big ones, 3 small ones. The small ones will go here, here and here. The big ones will go here, one here and one here. So first time when you open, it will be quite tight. The panel will be quite tight. I am opening to change the backlight of this one. So to open it, you need tools like this. This one is more important. Okay. Then you have to slowly wedge this tool. Okay. Here, and then slightly lift this up. Then all the 4 sides of this you have to separate this part from this. Okay, so the tool you will be putting like this and then separating like this. Okay, all the 4 parts you have to do. Then finally come to this base and then separate it. These 2 corners are important. Some locks are there, plastic locks in these 2 corners. This is the bottom part. Okay, so you'll have to separate it. And this button, the cover for this button, while separating, you should not push it in, because this part will, if this is pushed in, it will press against this. Okay, if it is misplaced, it will press against this and this part may get broken. Okay, this part may get chipped. So while opening, this button should not be moved, it should be straight. And there are no cables attaching this to this. So further things I will update. So this tool is important. All 4 parts you have to slightly open slowly and then keep this one tilted like this and let gravity work it out. Okay. Okay, so to remove this LCD display in this board, I'm sure this has to be removed. So there was a screw here, this type of screw here. Okay, in this place, I don't know what this is for. Okay, after removing, just have to lift it and pull it out, this tab. Okay, this I removed so that I can remove this cable, because I'm sure this has to be separated, this cable, so that this board which belongs to the display below, that has to be removed. So for removing this, you have to remove this for the changing the backlight. I am removing the display. Regarding this speaker, it looks like this is going into this slot, so you just have to lift it up. That's it. Slightly lift it up and pull it out like this one. This action looks like here the 2 magnets are there. Okay, to remove this speaker cable, this cable is like pressed like this. Okay, pressed down like this with thumb, and then it was inserted here. Okay, so you have to press it with thumb and then insert it here. Okay. And since this one is coming from below this cable, that's why I remove this from this speaker here, this part. So for that you have to again press with thumb and remove. Okay, so both I will do, then I will be able to remove this speaker. So I am trying to separate the display from the TV. Okay, so this is the, I think, the Bluetooth Wi-Fi module bracket for that, and the module is here. So this cable you need to remove. So this one you have to press it again with your thumb. This connector is there, you have to press it with your thumb and it goes here like this. So press it with the thumb and then insert it here. It will latch here. That lock will be sitting here. Okay. Then similar thing here. For this push button, again press with the thumb and then put it here. This is for the on off and the function button. Okay. So this cable I am able to remove. This cable which is coming from this board, you have to press these two, these two locks here. Okay, and then slowly pry it out, slowly. Okay, so now this is free. So therefore I don't know how to remove this. So I don't have to remove this and this connection. If I remove all these connections for this one, and this one. Okay, so this board which is part of LCD display panel, I can remove. These tapes also you have to remove for removing it. Here one cable was going through this. Okay, so the next step is to remove this kind of screws, small screws. So there are total 14 of them. Okay, from all over these parts, like this one. Okay, the tricky part is the bottom one. So this will be like this is that button for the functionality to be used without remote. So this part will be sitting like this. Okay, it will slide into this. Will slide and sit into this. So this cable you removed last time, this ribbon cable. So this time you have to just remove this. Okay, carefully. And then there is one screw below this. Okay, when you remove the back cover, this part should not be pushed in, because if that cover, this cover comes and presses down here, this part, if it presses down on here, this part will get chipped. So this part pressed down here because I had pushed this inside when this was partially opened. Okay, this is that inside part of the back cover. Some clothings materials and also for insulation, I think, are here. Okay, so next step is to remove this plastic frame, okay, which is holding the LCD. So we removed these screws and all which holds the plastic frame to the metal frame. Okay, so after removing this plastic frame, the LCD can be removed. So to remove this, after removing the screws, such types of tabs are there. So you have to use this kind of a tool. Okay, and then pull it up like this. Some tabs are there. Okay, simply pull it up like this. Okay, so throughout this you have to do, and then keep it in this position. Don't keep it standing, the LCD may fall down. Keep it in this position. First invert it, remove as many this thing locks you can, then put it in this position, then remove the locks and then pull it out. After removing the bezel or the frame, this is how the display is looking like. I have to now remove this by keeping it upside down. While keeping it upside down, make sure there is nothing on this surface, which will apply uneven pressure and break this. Okay, so this display board is there, you have to remove that. This cable we already removed, okay, using the dressing like this from this board. This board is between these two rubber pads, rubber locks. There are 3 of them, okay. This one, and this one. You have to remove this top of all of them, and then slowly remove the top and then pull this out and keep like this. Now once I lift this one using 2 hands, the display will be coming out, okay. Then keep the display safely, and you can proceed with removing the backlight. So this is the 32-inch display. So be very careful with this. This is glass material. Any slight uneven pressure or heat or hitting the edges will break it. These are the plates. And the backlight is inside this, okay. You just take a recorder of how many this films are there. I have kept the display aside in a safe place. While recording, if this camera falls on the display, then it will be a very big damage. At least 5,000 or 6,000 it will cost Indian rupees as on November 2024. This is the display. I have kept it safely. This is the back side. Okay, after removing the display, to remove the diffuser sheets, okay, these tabs are there, locks are there. For example, this lock is there. See, this lock is there. So to remove that, between this metal and the outer, this plastic, this one is inner plastic metal, then outer plastic is there. Just put this like this, okay, and then sorry, just put it like this, okay, and then push it down, okay. So this lock will go down. Okay. To remove this outer bezel, the inner bracket of this diffuser films, you have to hold it like this and one by one pry it open, okay. This parts you have to put and pry it open. It will take some time. Yeah, so there are like 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers. There are 2, I think. 2 of these films, okay. One, two of these diffuser films, and then one hard material is there. Then I think the reflector will start. Okay, so after removing the 3 diffuser and reflector films. This is how it looks. The prying of the outer frame, that is that one. It is somewhat difficult actually for the first time people. Now I guess I have to remove this paper. This replacement LED strip I got from easyspares.com in India. As on November 2024, it costed 1264 rupees. It is exact match for this one. Somebody had uploaded this image and with this model number, so that's why I could accurately know that this 8 LED with connection here is used in this. I'm not sure, but to remove this you have to remove this paper from these notches, okay, and then put your hand like this, okay, then slowly lift it up like this, slowly lift it up from one side. Then maybe after all of them are lifted, you can remove it. Okay, so I cannot show it from doing from one hand. So I lifted, so see, this one is out, this one is still in. Okay, see, after one of the sides has been removed, okay, all of them from one side has been removed, then you can take this paper and then pull it to the right side. Okay, so this side is removed. Once you pull it, this side will come out. I don't know why they made this kind of design, but this avoids the locking locks which other designs have. So this paper gets removed like this. Okay. To be careful, this will get torn under fan and all. Okay, so this connector is there with the LED. So this goes like this, okay. It goes from top to down, okay. And while going, this notch is there, you have to press it like this while putting it down, okay. Press it and then push it down. Yeah, it is fitted. Don't try to pull or do anything else. You just press that back side and then pull it upwards. It will come. Pull this notch, push this notch and then pull it upwards like this. Like this, okay. Don't damage this connector, okay. And to remove this LED strip, it is glued very hard, so you have to use this kind of spudger and then slowly remove it without damaging the back plate, which is very soft metal aluminum, okay. So be very careful while removing it. Installing new one, I think cello tape I'll use. So I fixed this LED with the help of cello tapes, insulation tapes, cello tape, because I did not have that reflector tape. Then I put the paper, okay. When you put this cello tape, you should not cover this diode, and while putting back the paper, it was torn, okay. So I just put some cello tape in some places. To do it properly, it should not tear. To prevent any further tearing, I put this tape. Tape you should put carefully using tweezers. With the help of tweezers, otherwise your fingerprint will come on the tape. Scissor and tweezer, you cut the tape. then put it. To test the LED, I removed from this power board, I removed all the other connections and gave it main supply, but the LED did not turn on. I don't know, maybe how it will turn on, but if you just give power to this board, it will not turn it on. Okay, it will not turn it on, and you cannot test the LED like that. So I put back the diffuser sheets and this thing frame bezel. It is easy to put compared to removing. Just make sure that all these locks are there, put in place properly. Be careful that if something falls on this and you try to clean it, it doesn't clean easily. Okay, so don't apply water or anything. If something falls, try to blow it out. Don't rub it. The stain will remain. It doesn't go. See, these LG people, they have applied lot of this double-sided tape on this display, back side of display. So once it gets into the display, it will create a smudge. So you should remove this. Otherwise, you have to use soapy water. Soap, then clean it with water. Otherwise, it will create problem in you after you do the installation. See, this double-sided tape which they have used, once it gets into this display, this film, it is very difficult to remove. So make sure you remove this double-sided tape before working on this film. So to remove this sticky mess from this inner frame, I'm just pulling out these tapes. Okay, so I don't know what will happen, how to clear this from this sheet, that I don't know. Okay, so first few warnings I would like to give where you can go bad, where things can go bad when you repair TV. You can see here some stain marks are there, permanent stain marks are there, and these two prism papers which are used for diffusing the light, they have now become useless. I don't know whether in camera if you are able to see, so some stains are there here, see, which has made it permanently useless. See, the reason is, in this bezel they had put this bezel towards this side, they had put double-sided tape. So the paste of the tape, it became like grease after 5 years. When I was removing this bezel, the sheet is on this side. Okay, so when I was removing it, and some grease or the paste went here to the sheet which was placed here, and then once any such thing goes on top of this, it is nearly impossible to remove. This should be even avoided to be touched with fingers. Not possible to clean anything with soap or water once it gets any stain. Nobody will tell you like that about that fact. Okay, this is prism paper with coating and all, which disperses the light with prism like reflections. Okay, so it is very difficult to get. You have to contact either the factories directly, or you have to get from some TV breaking place where they scrap the old TVs. Okay, this is not available in the spare parts store. So now these two are useless and I am not going to use them. This will fit on top of this white thick paper, thick cardboard. Okay, So now this thing is like totally gone. So you have to be careful. First, any glue kind of thing they have put on that frame, then you should remove that first before trying to open the inner frame. Otherwise you will ruin this paper, and it is very difficult to get this. Yeah, another thing is, see, I have connected the power. I have connected the power and also switched it off. Yeah, so but if the TV has been operated before, then this capacitor, this is very dangerous. This capacitor will store the line voltage 230 volts. So you have to short this capacitor. These two leads you have to short with a tester, then only work on this. That's very important. Otherwise you will get nasty DC shock. Okay, so you can see that I could turn it on because I connected this part. Okay, this panel switch, the wire I connected, and then connected the DC wire. Now I can turn it on, but I don't know if you can see here, some lines are there. See, starting from here, some lines are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, here two LEDs, those lines are not there. So I'll tell you the reason for that. I'll just switch it off. Okay, so what happened is I got the replacement backlight from easyspares.com in India. So this lens which fits on top of the LED here, somehow it has this you can see this vertical this thing scratch, looks like it was dragged or mishandled somewhere. So once it lights up, it is giving those black bands. I didn't want to replace this because I didn't have time. So I removed this diffuser lens from the old ones using pliers, not plier, using this kind of spudger. Okay, the old ones it will come off easily. Then after that, the new one that is here, I will be putting that one by one. Yeah, here I will be taking that one by one, and there are like 4 spots where Fevikwik needs to be applied. I've seen that people doing online, so I will try. Be very careful not to put the Fevikwik on the LED here. Maybe drop a Fevikwik, you can take it in one container, then use some pin or toothpick to transfer the required amount to these 4 dots, and then place it with the correct orientation. This was oriented like this. While removing, you have to see the orientation. So that is one more thing. While getting from online, you have to see whether some defects like that is there. Yeah, so I will be operating this without those prism sheets for diffusion. Then I will see how the image quality is. For further diffusion, this kind of baking paper people have used with LED lights, but not for TV. If further diffusion is needed, I will fix again with this kind of paper. It is the only option now. So you have to be very careful handling these sheets. Even that screen, that glue had got on the LCD display backside, but that I could clear with soap and water, some amount of liquid detergent, soap and water, and glass it could be cleared, but not from that film. So you have to be careful. Yeah, so I've done the assembly back. Reassembling, I have to put the speaker. While reassembling, you have to make sure that this, you after putting the display, this board you fix it first. Okay, then only keep this on the surface straight. Okay, without fixing this, if you keep it, these two connectors, they will go bad. Okay, this board you fix it after putting the display, then only keep it on the surface. Now picture quality is good even after not putting these two prism sheets. The diffuser sheet is put, but this diffuser prism sheet is not put, but still picture quality is okay. I will show the quality after assembly. This is without the two diffuser plates. Some problems are there without the two prism papers. It's still okay. See, those two films are here, but still it is working. It is damaged beyond repair.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. Yes, go ahead. Center, I'll show you just behind me is the counting center, all gearing up for in the next 7 minutes. Counting is going to start.